Hey OPHIUCHUS, starting your read at 44 past midnight. We've got the two cutest little dogs on the TV. Let's see what wants to come out. There's a message about loyalty, something coming through about some kind of loyalty that you have. It feels like you could have been shown where you've been people pleasing, why there's been some kind of negative thought. Feels like an energy of being burnt out, drained. It feels like it's got you moving, that something could have pissed you off so much that it left you with no option but to fill your own cup up, that you gave too much out. Feels like you've been speaking up for yourself, stating, like, it's like when not, it's no, it's like no's no. Having to let people down, but not taking that weight on your shoulders. The Empress in the near future energy. It does feel like an energy of surrender, letting go. Something got too heavy to carry. It's like you can't please everyone, you might as well please yourself. Having to be selfish before you can be selfless. Learning how to put yourself first. It feels like as much as this may have been difficult, that you're enjoying this. Having to release some guilt around relaxing, but it's like learning how to enjoy it, your own energy, doing what feels good, when it feels good. Feels like leading yourself, taking care of yourself, reparenting yourself, speaking yourself through situations, being aware, noticing when you're dropping into some kind of negative headspace, when certain thoughts are taking over. Feels like you're able to interrupt certain patterns. Changing the narrative in real time. Some of you, it feels like that battle of having to continuously, consciously shift something. Like being aware that you've dropped to a certain place and then pulling yourself back up. Regulating. It's not going to be like this forever. There's a shift happening. It feels like something you've been repeatedly doing, consciously trying to shift, is reprogramming. This is becoming second nature. This is changing the way you're manifesting. It's a liberating energy. Some of you it's like, and this isn't going to resonate for everyone, and I'm not saying don't try and earn money, but for some of you it's like, the moment you stop trying to earn money, it's like instead of doing something for the money, like, I need to get this done because I need to get paid. It's like doing what you love, being in that energy of love. Not thinking about the money. It's not about the money. It feels like there's been a lesson of this. The devil. Paris on the TV. Oh, I need to learn my landmarks. I don't know what this one is. And I said this before and someone mentioned one and it wasn't that one. The pyramid. The pyramid thing. Judgment. Paris, the pyramid. Judgment. Judgment. Who are you? Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know what this means yet. I haven't gone into it. It just feels great and I'm soaking it in. Something starting with a bang. You are the bang. You are the firework. Queen of Wands. it's like, it's like being your number one fan, being your own number one fan. And really being your own, like no comparison. It's like getting to a place where if you was asked if you could be anyone in the world, like you could swap being you with someone else that actually you wouldn't want to, regardless of anything that's happened. It's like complete acceptance for self. And it feels like this is something that may have been a battle, a conscious battle, something that you didn't like the way you felt in a situation, some kind of codependency, some kind of, maybe it's something from childhood. And it's like, overcoming something. I want to use an example, but the film's made by a company that I don't want to back. Why are you getting political? Why does it matter? Be neutral. It's an energy of hate. I'm about to delete the comment I posted about the war stuff going on, genocide. And I've been playing with it in my head for a bit. I'm gonna come back to this because this is something coming through right now. Because when I wrote it, it wasn't from a place of education, it wasn't from a place of a point, it wasn't from a place of any kind of helpful intention. It was a straight intention of hate, of anger, of hate, of being so angry at seeing something that it's like I got personal. I moved in a way that I didn't even believe I should move, out of integrity. It's like thinking about people that speak facts 52 past. It's like Nelson Mandela. I never heard him ever call anyone a waste man. It's like he articulates himself, he uses facts. He uses facts, he doesn't have to get nasty, he doesn't have to get personal. The message I posted about things was personal, there was a personal energy. It was like it's your fault, blame. And in that personal attack, I was attacking an energy personally that is attacking energies personally. It's like, how am I any better than you? And I had to take a few days to deep if it was because of some kind of fear why I wanted to delete it, or if it was because the energy wasn't serving me or the channel or anyone. And actually it wasn't, because it was in a moment of hate, in a moment of anger. That keyboard warrior kind of energy of like letting off steam. And on reflection, even with the facts of things, there's certain ways of saying things. Someone that knows what they're talking about doesn't have to get personal. And the last few days I was guided to actually be like, meet that energy with love, which is contrasting completely. But to see the unhealed, the unconscious, that collective unconscious, and then seeing different energies around me in my life. And very quickly see it, the star. And very quickly seeing that in certain situations, like everyday situations, how one energy is that side and my energy is the other side. And when you look online, it's like you can quickly see whose intentions who, because of how people are moving. Certain energies are bitter, angry, ruthless, finding it funny, an energy of hate, aggression. Like there's so much hate there. Like you can see the anger, the rage, the blood boiling. It's like red hate. And it actually highlighted where that hate's within me. Not saying that I'm unconscious to act on certain feelings. But certain feelings in different scenarios, different reasons, it's like it's all energy, it's all emotion. Where's that emotion in you? It feels like something that really pulled you back, that had you trapped in a lower place with the devil. Maybe for a lot of your childhood or just like throughout life. You've overcome this. I'm seeing a picture of my tattoo, and I got that done when I was going through a dark time, and it says, I'll dance through the storm until I'm saved by the light. You've made it out of this storm. Something you once judged, like me not wanting to say what this film is. You don't judge. You're neutral. It doesn't affect you. You don't agree with it, but it doesn't affect you. You've separated yourself, Queen of Wands, rising above the pain, rising above the hate. Don't let no man pull you low enough to hate him. Don't become like those that hurt you. It feels like you've overcome something, to like the light in the dark. You are the light in the dark, 111. Coming out the storm's passing. You could have been put through situations recently, or certain things have happened where it's like things have happened to spark some kind of fear in you. Just so that in that moment, you can dissolve it. Like something could have been triggering, or some kind of energy of suspense. Something that maybe made you fearful in a certain situation. It feels like you learned how to ground yourself through something, through some uncertainty. Trusting. It's like trusting in source, trusting in yourself, owning your aura, owning your own light, breathing into your heart, activating your heart chakra. This is something that I'm working on as well, and something even happened recent, but I don't even want to add energy to that. But it's like how there's a narrative in society that women shouldn't walk around in the night, or it's like dangerous. Even there's adverts up near where I am, which literally is like advertising that women should it's like, oh, catcalling's an offence or whatever it is. I'm like, you're literally advertising it. You're literally manifesting it on the road. Like, words are spells, bro. No one wants to be seeing that. No one was thinking about catcalling until you plastering it all up, postering it everywhere. Back into that energy of judgment. Okay, let it go. But even that with like walking around of the night, which is what my point was when I posted the Spider-Man picture about if you don't go in alleyways, you miss out on seeing Spider-Man. Because it's like women miss out on so much because of fear of what's going to happen. And it's like you quickly learn that in situations that could be the most dangerous situation, you could be fine. And situations where you're meant to be safe, something can happen. It's like we really have no control over anything. We don't know what's going to happen. Things happen in life. But it's like your heart power, the power of your light, the power of your spirit can be the difference of an outcome. And that's, things happen out of our control. I'm not dismissing anybody's suffering, trauma. Things can happen out of our control. Nothing, like, no, you're not to blame for other people's actions. I'm not saying that. But in retrospect, things that have happened to me that felt like, it's like there's been lessons of the state that we're in can help to repel certain energies. So if you're walking down the road or you're walking down an alleyway and the thought in your head is someone could come. The more you think that, the more you feel that, the more you speak that, it attracts it. So it's like you start looking over your shoulder and then it's like you're looking for something, keep looking, something's going to appear. The thing that I did was to use words, to breathe into my heart, and anchor thought, visualize myself walking into my destination. Breathing through my heart. If I was bothered, or it's like if someone caused me a problem, tried to cause me a problem, instead of panicking and running, it's like there's nothing in that moment, there's nothing you can do. If you run, you could be chased. If you call someone, what are they going to do? It's no one can't get there that quick. It's like there's really not much you can do. You could kick up a fuss, you can go into panic, but it's like we're the weakest when we're in a state of fear. It shuts off, like we go into adrenaline rush, even like go into fawn energy, like your legs could go wobbly, whatever could happen, like if you go into a place of fear. And the way out of that feeling of fear is literally to inhale into your heart, to breathe into your heart 101. Breathe into your heart, affirm in your mind, know, like that courage, know you are protected. Send that person love. It's like if you see someone walking behind you and you have a feeling, believe, like create a story about them. It's like, what a lovely gentleman, and breathe it into your heart. When you're in that state of love and you fully surrender, like if something is happening in the moment, it's like do what you gotta do. It's like when you get in those situations, it's like when you fully surrender, when you drop into your heart space, there's a different level of power that comes from that. Using your voice, light language, speaking up, saying something loud, like that warrior energy. Like spirit is breath. And the breath alone can get us in situations and get us out of situations. It feels like you've transcended something where you're the master of your breath, you're the master of your spirit, you're the master of yourself. And letting go. It's like a limitless energy, graceful, divine feminine, regardless of gender. That energy of like when someone walks in the room and everybody shifts. You can feel it. It feels royal, it feels abundant, it feels luxurious. And this is without material. It feels like something material you've let go of. You chose something new, you chose your passions, you chose the bigger picture, something for the long term, making conscious decisions. Seeing where you maybe would have made a decision that didn't serve you, catching yourself in the moment, changing the narrative. Like I said, this is something that could have been repeating, but it feels like something that's about to be second nature. The Emperor, guys. Foundational factors. How you see yourself. Ace of Cups wanting to come out in reverse. Yeah, it's like you could be drained, burnt out. It feels like burnt out of having one goal and having to keep repeating something. It feels like you could be burnt out with like, oh, this cycle again. The World. Justice in your favour. The outcome. Hope to close something out. Things are balancing out. It's like certain fears had to be shed so you could stand in your truth. Again, the women walking around at night, just a narrative, just a example, could be anything. Fear of money, fear of leading, fear of making money, losing money, putting yourself out there, sharing your gifts. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 7 of Cups. Follow your first instincts. Some of you feel guided to level up, to take something further, to assign yourself into a leadership position or take some kind of opportunity. It's like the time is now. The Magician, King of Wands. Your intuition is literally the stepping stones to this dream, to this 9 of Pentacles. The answer's in the emotion. It's like that thing of fear again. Don't let fear get in the way. It's like you could not go somewhere because you're scared of going there and miss out on the best day ever. Some people are scared of driving certain places. I know people that like won't drive around a roundabout or over a bridge. Nothing against that. I'm just saying, it's like, what if there's somewhere around the roundabout over the bridge that's the best place you've ever been? Walking down the alleyway. What if something happens when you're out at night? It's like, by not doing certain things because of fear, you miss out on things. I was shown that by having the best days, and then after I've had the best day, something off key would happen. And it's like, okay, so and when my brain would think, oh, I shouldn't have gone, or I wish I hadn't have gone. It's like, if you hadn't have gone, you wouldn't have had the best day ever. Is it worth it just because of life, like the ups and downs, both sides of the coin? Somebody else's actions isn't a reflection of you. Can be, but not. It's like we get what we look for, but certain things are out of our control. Your power's in how you respond. And that isn't just about what you say. It's about how you're feeling. It's about your energy. Some of you could feel guided to take a course right now or do some kind of study. It's going to help you to take something to the next level physically. The Devil. Three of Pentacles. This time Devil's coming through like big boss energy in the physical. Building something. Business. That empire energy. The Magician. The Sun. Plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. Number 19. It's a beautiful energy, just wanting to sit next to the Magician. It's like, don't doubt your magic. You can create situations out of thin air. You can create anything. You're the director. You're the narrator. If something's happening you don't like it, change the story. You create the story with your own energy. A romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavour. Honourable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted. King of Summer. Have patience. Take time and rest. Plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. And the Dreamer, which is like the Fool. Which is the Fool. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. 110. I'm just going to pull a medicine card. Got the Magician, the Emperor, the Empress, the World, the Sun, Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Fool, the Star, the Wild Boar, number 48. Orange feathers just come on the TV. Check what that means. But it might be something about psychic abilities. Tune in. Maybe do yourself a reading. 48, Wild Boar. Confrontation. And the Squirrel, prepare for the future. Getting things in order. Getting yourself in order. aligning yourself, getting rid of things within yourself that don't serve you, getting rid of things around you that don't serve you. Use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Owl is befriending you and aiding you in seeing the total truth. Owl can bring you messages in the night through dreams or meditation. Truth always brings further enlightenment. Page 22, 111. Was guided to read that random little chapter on the owl. Use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Meditation right now would be great. If wild boar is charged into your cards today, you are being asked to confront anything or anybody that you have been avoiding. Pay attention, embrace your warrior nature and find the courage to confront your fears. Or are you being asked to confront a personal weakness or career challenge? It is time to finish a project that you abandoned, thinking it might be too difficult to accomplish. Confront your feelings regarding some situation that makes you nervous or causes discomfort, and bring yourself the peace of closure. Aventurine crystal would be great if you're into crystals. If you have been procrastinating, wild boar is reminding you to quit avoiding the inevitable. In all cases, it is insisting that you be fully present and mindful of what is happening and why. If you drew this card, you already possess the courage needed to confront all that life offers. You just need to remember where you hid that courage. Challenges do not simply vanish. Unless you actively embrace your issues, you cannot reclaim your spirit's energy. Half the battle is won through the warrior's willingness to acknowledge and to accept the whole truth at all times. Page 230. Moon in Cap. Put aside emotional concerns and focus on achieving or increasing financial security. It feels like you're really being asked to get into a place of feeling good, getting into your own vibration. A new beginning or even a new life may be blooming. The cow. Number 3, Sitel. Got the tower on the TV. The towers, should I say. Energy strong, what is this? King of Wands. Queen of Cups, the moon, the star. I'm hearing a change is going to come. Think positive. Remember, you create. The future just is an extension of the present moment. How do you want this to go? How do you want it to look? You can do the same thing multiple different ways. You can do it in suffering, you can do it in joy. Example. A lot of authorities use pain. It's like, in order to harden up, to toughen up, to face fear, being able to withstand certain situations. So maybe you'll go through some kind of training, like being shouted in the face, being spat at, being, I don't know, screamed at to jump off a mountain or jump into ice cold water. Being bullied into doing things so that when it's time to go, you instantly take action. To me, that's survival mode, and it's not the best energy to be in when leading something or having to take action in some way. So I had a lot of fears, things I had to work through. It's not as quick doing it a certain way, doing it my way, like a loving way, than it is doing it in a bullying way. You don't get results as fast, but they last longer and they're better. Same thing with dogs, cats, whatever. I was doing an animal psychology course, something come up about different ways of training. There's actually a term for it. It's like bad enforcement or good enforcement. That's positive or negative reinforcement, I think. And that if you use negative reinforcement, like hitting the dog or whatever, that they learn quicker. But there's also a lot of behavioural issues that come with that. If you have to train the dog with love, it could take 6 months longer. But there's no behavioural issues with that. It's a different energy, it's a different trust, it's a different loyalty. It's like leaders that lead through fear instead of love, instead of genuine respect. And it's like things that I can do now may have taken me a lot longer than if someone screamed at me, shouted at me and pushed me in the ice bath or whatever it is, facing certain obstacles, certain barriers, certain fears. But now it's like when I go into the situations that I once feared, that once felt uncomfortable, I'm not in those situations in survival mode. I'm not in there in that unhealthy masculine place of fighting to get through and coping as long as I can till I can't. I'm actually at one with the uncomfortable, that I could stay there all day. And there's something about shaping yourself with unconditional love instead of some kind of hurt, some kind of anger that's taking you to a different level. It's like this isn't the time to be hard on yourself. It's like maybe something generationally, people were tough to get what they wanted. Maybe that's an energy you took into making money. It feels like you're learning a softer approach. But this comes with longevity. This comes with, it's bigger than anything you could get through some kind of malice. He is good inside and out, a lofty soul whose strong charisma attracts favourable attention. He is aware of his good luck and the strong possibility of financial success. Always active, he breathes life and lives every day in his own special way. His pride does not allow him to ask favours of anybody. Although a lone worker, he has many friends to whom he generally gives accurate advice, as he possesses good judgment and has a wide understanding of situations. He generally forgives those who try to do him wrong. Sometimes he appears a little inhibited for no reason. Planet Neptune. Reasons for invoking: to keep us calm in the face of adversity, to protect us from car accidents, muggings and other attacks. Mad, innit? Mad? Is it mad? It's not mad. My human's still like, mad. The magic of the universe is mad. To give us strength and will in our commitments. Alright, 37 minutes on the clock. Let's go. 1:22 a.m. Beautiful path has appeared on the TV. Blessings coming in. It feels like a huge transformation. Yeah, split the deck, the Magician. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.